today. From Lumen Field in Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Smith. It's caught. Lockett. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Flush to his right. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Now Smith. They'll roll him out right. He completes this to Walker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. In motion left comes Brown. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Barkley. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Oh, what a move. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 61 yards. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Elliott good with a PAT. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2nd and 11 now. Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Milton Williams there on the tackle.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Fant. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Again Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Smith. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Smith. Flushed out right. This is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett. A 22-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are able to extend their lead. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. To Barkley on the check down. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing 1st half for him, all things considered. And this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. The final shot here before break. Smith. Rolling to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores and hope to come back and win this game.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Going right back to Fant.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he's got it down to the 28.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. From the gun, it's Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Play action. It's Smith sliding out of the pocket. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Smith on first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
On first down, Hurts.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Barkley, inside handoff. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Hurts throw complete to Dotson.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I suppose it wasn't out of the realm of possibility that we could have seen a comeback, but that touchdown should put any hopes of a comeback out of reach. It's been a really quality effort for him here in this one.
And no matter what else you think, you have to admire the initiative to finish things off their way. Don't leave anything to chance, no matter how small the odds of a comeback were. Send it home with a touchdown and get to celebrating.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Smith going to throw it.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
In today's NFL, most teams don't have as many goals for the game like we used to have where you checked off your boxes. But 0 turnovers, that's a universal. And while it won't likely cost them in this game, they're going to regret the fact that they coughed one up here.
Yeah, their first blemish. They had mistake-free football prior.
Hurts.
Over the middle here to Brown. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now he's flushed out right. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late.
Well, we knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And now here comes their final timeout
as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Back to throw now on first down.
One last shot at the end zone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 0-0. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
One last shot at the end zone. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right?